Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is Player Red TCG. This is Khalifa. This deck I've been playing a lot at my locals, getting second and first place. I've had a couple of people asking about my deck list. So why not a better day than Christmas to give a Christmas gift to everybody today on the channel, the list. So this is Khalifa. We'll read the other side. This is the non-awakened side. It says, critical. When this card inflicts damage with an attack, the life is placed in the drop. This card gets plus 15 power, makes it a 20k crit swing. Every time we swing with this, we do not draw until we flip at 3 or less life. On the awakened side, we are still swinging for 20. We are now getting to add a card when we attack. Activate main once per turn, pay 1 energy, discard 1 card from your hand, choose 1 battle card with Universe 6 in special traits in your battle area and return it to the owner's hand. Then play up to 1 battle card with a cost less than the card chosen by this skill, a different card name, and Universe 6 in its special traits from your hand. So we'll go over some of the plays you could use with this leader, as well as some of my personal techs and some of the cards that I play in the deck for Universe 6. Everybody's list is kind of out there. This is just my personal list. I have found success with this list. It is a very, very fast deck. It's being called the fastest blue deck. But let's get into the deck. For starters, this is Champa Booing. For me, this is a 4 of card. If your leader is Universe 6 in the special traits, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand. It's optional, so you can take a life or not take a life. Look at 3 cards and you can add any Universe 6 card from the top 3 search. So this card is for me, feels like a mandatory 4 of. My personal ratio on this card is a 3 of. This card is good for a late game push. It allows your leader to essentially be a 30k swing, or the Khalifa battle card, which we'll go over here in a second. Gives it plus 10 as long as you return a card to the owner's hand during this turn. It's if a battle card in your battle area, so it has to be in your battle area. Unfortunately, it can't be a card that you return from your opponent's side. So this is a 3 of. It's a 10k. You'll see a lot of 5ks in this deck, a lot of zeros in this deck. You know, our extra card here is some zeros. So we want to try to get as much 10k as we can. I squeezed in this at 3. Again, I want to see this card late. Helps go for a push late game. This is the cantrip for the deck. Basically, on play, draw 1 card. Pretty self-spoken. Universe 6, he's also a Saiyan. And also, fun fact, I do not remember this guy at all. I keep asking a lot of my friends at my locals, I'm like, who is this guy? Where does he appear? I do not remember him anywhere at all. Maybe somebody down in the comments can help me out. Maybe this guy is just part of the manga lore. I don't know. This guy, Fua, is our searcher. He looks at the top 5 cards. You can add anything that's 4 or less Universe 6 besides him. Just your typical searcher card. Also a 5k. We'll keep going down this list. I like this card. Searching for this, a lot of times this card's going to be really good value when you have the double striker for this deck in your hand already and you can search the other pieces. This is a very strong card. My personal tech, I like using Crit Vegeta. One of my favorite things, the reason why I'm actually playing this leader right now, is just seeing the response from my opponents dealing with double crit swings every turn. It's very, very overpowering at times. My opponent sometimes doesn't know how to respond to that. I just kind of like watching their reactions as I swing one with a leader crit and then drop this card and swing with a crit too. This card essentially wins games. Usually if I see this guy on the field and I establish him and he stays on the board for a while, especially when I'm trying to push for a game, when they're swinging last turn before I kill them. If they're swinging at this card so late, usually I don't care if he dies, but this guy gets the job done if he sticks. This is going to be part of the first of 3 cards that start a chain in the deck. Khalifa. Add 1 card from your life to your hand. This is also strong when you're pushing for a game. You can grab extra cards out of your life. Place 1 KO with a cost of 4. this card when your battle area 2 owners drop. If your leader is CAULIFLA, play up to 1 Kefla with the cost of 5 from your drop. This card is just nuts. I usually try to keep 2 copies of her in my hand at all times, just so we can do some recycling to keep playing our double striker out. That's a 4 of. Pretty much everything's a 4 of except for the KO that we saw at the beginning. Just, yeah, 10k. But as you can see, just going back to all these cards here, just these last set of cards that we keep showing, they're all 5Ks. So this deck has a lot of 5Ks. It's very easy to get in. The mix of not being able to combo out of swings that are strong, like 25k swings. So what's really good about this card is essentially the mini boss monster of the deck. This just pretty much gets rid of everything fiberless that we can get rid of. If your leader has tournament of power and his special traits, increase the cost of this card in the battle area by 2. This essentially on play when it gets played out is a 5k, and its effect says add 1 card. It's a mandatory life take for the cost. Add 1 card from your life to your hand. Choose up to 1 battle card with a cost less than or equal to this card in your opponent's battle area and place it at the bottom of the owner's deck. So this gets rid of 5 or less as a 3 cost, which is insane. And it just doesn't KO it, it places it at the bottom. One of Blue's strongest elements to the color. This guy, again, you know, we're gonna keep going through videos where I don't have max rarity. Again, feel free to comment poor. I'm always gonna be that guy. Comment poor, please. By the way, I know that you guys are watching it and you've made it this far in the video. This guy is gonna have the same exact thing as Kaba. This is hit. If your leader has tournament of power and special traits, increase the cost of the card by 2. This one's a 10k. This one swings for 20. Kaba swings for 20. This one is a filter hand, so this pretty much says draw 1 card, then discard 1 card from hand. You can add the missing pieces, and this card becomes a 5k. A level 5, which on this side of the leader, it makes it very strong because we're always going to be able to return the Kaba in the hit to be able to play out our 4 cost or less bodies from Universe 6. That's why these 2 cards are important to see as well in your chain. You can always hard play the 4 drops, which really does feel bad sometimes, but it doesn't. This deck is pretty forgiving for the most part. We got some more 10Ks here. I put in 3 copies of this card. This card is just a 40k swing. It does go to the bottom of the deck whenever you leave this out on the field and it's at the end of the turn. But the magic is to return this card back from your hand, back to your hand, so that way you can keep recycling your 10k and swinging for 40. This is probably one of my favorite cards that I discovered late into playtesting. I do like this card. It helps add pressure for a 40 swing. There are some plays to where if this guy sticks, and for example, you have a Kefla 5-drop double striker in your drop, you can often play this card off of the effect from your leader, bouncing the hit or the Kaba, and then off 4 energy, you're gonna hard play this, pay the 1 energy for that, swing 40, you're gonna swing your 20, activate the effect. You can either bring out the 5-drop Kefla that searches, or the 5-drop double striker, which is the best card right now in blue. One of the best cards. So that's why I really like this card. There's a lot of room for activities with this card. All right, moving on to the next set of best cards in the deck. Again, we're not at max rarity here. This actually, just to let y'all know a little bit in on this, I actually at first underestimated this deck. I did not think I would enjoy it, but I have found enjoyment in the little things, such as the crit swings from the leader. And then one of my favorite cards in blue is that crit Vegeta. Just being able to play that in this deck, being able to play blue again just feels so nice. For the longest time, because of that peel off hit, I feel like for a while we were all suffering as blue players. It just feels kind of nice to be able to have a deck that feels somewhat decent, that we can swing and attack with. But going back into this card, this is Kale. Kale's a very strong card, that's why it's a 0 cost. We're at 25. I wish they could have gave us a 30 on this, but in a way, because of what the deck does, we do get a 35k swing. On play up to one battle card with a cost of 3 or less and turn them empowering special traits from your hand. Then you can't play Kale with a cost of 4 for the turn. So the one thing that I do like about this combo is you're always going to want to try to find this chain. So you're going to want to play this card off of bouncing a hit or a combo with your leader effect, playing this card, and then this card comes out and plays next. This card, because of its effect, that says if a battle card in your battle area is returned to the owner's hand during this turn, this card gets 10,000 power for battle. So this swings for 35, which is always going to be magic numbers because you're going to test your opponent's hand when you're swinging for 35. Do they have a super, or are they going to have to pitch more than one card? So that's why I like 35k swings and 30 swings, because we're testing opponent's hands always. We want to check to see what they have in their hand. This one naturally just always going to swing for 20. You can always add a 10k to swing for 30 as well. That's why we put the 10ks in the deck. These cards are just a great combo together. So then we'll move over to the main boss monster for the deck. This is CAULIFLA. So CAULIFLA is not leader lock. So this is just a really good blue staple to have. I think it's one of blue's best double strikers in the game right now, arguably. So this is a double striker. On play, add up to one blue card with a cost of 4 or less from your drop to your hand. So it's kind of got a little bit of the Goku Black 6-drop effect, where we can add a 4 cost or less. And by the way, it's any card. It's not just... so I like this now because we're going to get soon to a format that is going to be multiple colors. Leaders. So this right here says add up to one blue card with the cost of 4 or less from your drop to your hand. I have to check the wording for the 6-drop on the Goku Black, but I know this one says just add back one blue card with the cost of 4 or less from your drop to your hand, which is insane. So we can pretty much grab anything back from the deck except for our supers and our 5-drops. And then it says, then if you have one battle card, so if this is the only battle card on the field, this gets a buff. It buffs to 50,000. So this is just so powerful. So late game finishes, this one card is going to swing for 60, but you're going to end up grabbing back a 10k if you're pushing for game. So in itself, this is just a 60k double striker push, which is so powerful. We'll go over some plays, some combos here in a minute. CAULIFLA, I hardly ever use this card, but honestly, it's a 10k, and it's just good to have in the deck. This card says if your leader has Universe 6 and the special traits, look at 5 cards from the top of your deck. It's just like the Fuwa, but this one lets you add 2 cards, and it's 4 or less Universe 6, and you place the rest at the bottom of the deck. So this is just, I guess if you're still trying to find your chain for the combo, you can play her. But she's really not strong for a 5-drop at 25. The 10k is more honestly what I like about it. I often charge her. There are so many other better plays that you can do. Before we go into like some of the plays and the techniques, obviously any deck you're gonna want to run 4 supers. Okay, and this is searchable too off of your Champa Booing, which is nice. So you can grab supers from your Champa Booing. You can grab all your 5-drops off the Champa Booing. What you can't grab with your 5-drop is your 5s and your supers. With the Fuwas, you cannot grab your supers or your 5-drops. That's why the Champa Booing is such an incredible card. Some of my favorite plays to do in this deck, because there's a lot of removal, in this game. So this card is either going to get stunned, which actually really doesn't hurt us either if they stun it, because it gets the effect for our leader. What we're going to end up doing, if we don't have pieces in our hand, we're always going to want to play this chain off our 4 energy. 4 energy is really all we need in this deck. We can push the 5. 5 doesn't hurt either, but 4 is pretty much the sweet spot in this deck. We can always hard play our 3s, which makes us a 5. Pay our 1 for our leader ability. We're playing this, and we're getting to play this. We're gonna do our swings. We're gonna activate our effect to grab this from the drop. So our leader says you have to discard a card. We're always gonna discard this or any 0 combos just to be able to play this. If you want to play this too, you can. Off of this set, you could play this card as well. Some of the plays, like I said, sometimes you do find yourself going into that. If our opponent ends up stunning this and not getting rid of it, This is just a card we just bounce, put back to our hand, and we can repeat the chain. It's very important if you establish this and you know you're not in a killing turn, that you're recycling back your pieces back to your hand. So this says grab a 4 or less. If I don't have 1 or 2 of these other pieces, I'm grabbing 1 or the other to grab it back. Just a little explanation there. What's awesome with this card too, like I explained, is you don't necessarily have to have this card, but if you have the energy and you have the 5 drop and you have 4 energy, as long as you have a 5 drop on the board, you can always return the 5 drop, play this out for 1, and then you're playing this out for your full energy for the turn. And your activating effect, it says just a 4 cost KO. So you can take this one with you, bring out your double striker again. That's what makes this duo really, really strong. But that's gonna be pretty much it for the deck profile, guys. I think I'm gonna be doing Giblet next. Giblet is one of my decks that I do really well with. It's a deck that I'm known for doing well with. So y'all just stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, push like on this video, support the channel. I appreciate it, and you guys have a Merry Christmas.